Welcome everybody back to boostinmotion, guys, and today I'm making this video for mostly people who are coming into this platform that are probably doing a YouTube video and asking, hey Boost, I'm looking to get a Q50 Q60 3.0T. Is it reliable? And I've made old videos about it, but this is a video where I'm going to break it down, and guess what? It's going to be a short video. Hit that intro. Welcome everybody back to boostinmotion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. So welcome back everybody. This video is for the new people coming to this platform, because if you're doing a YouTube or Google search and you found this video, you're looking to get this car not only because you like the look of it, but you also like the performance that it has, but you are very wary on, is the car reliable? So I've been in this platform for probably about almost going past 3 years now, and I've communicated with a lot of people in this platform, from their ownership, from being stock car to modified to fully decked out. And you guys are gonna ask me a simple question: is the VR30 reliable? And I'm gonna sit there and say, once again, yes. But I have to break it down in this video, so let's just jump right into it. So number one, you guys are gonna ask about the car itself. Exterior, interior. The car's you can't get mad at the outside of the car. Things are gonna fail. If the side mirrors fail, motor fail, it may happen. If the AC goes out, that stuff is just wear and tear. Things are gonna happen. This video is talking about the drivetrain, the driveline in this car. What are gonna be some of the issues? Because those are the most costly repairs. So number one, the engine itself. I'm not a Nissan tech. I'm not a Nissan Infiniti tech, but I do talk to a lot of different Nissan Infiniti techs throughout the nation. And the ones that ended up, think about it like this. If you work at a repair shop and you only work on one brand of car, and people only come there for those problems, and you see that everyone's come there because of an issue they're having with their engine, you would think that the cars aren't really reliable. But think about it. If you have per capita millions of these cars on the road, and you've only changed, let's say, about 30 motors this year, right? 30 motors. Do you think that the car is really unreliable? No, you shouldn't think that, because you're going off a small spectrum of cars that you might have changed. So number one, the motor is really good and built well. If you do your proper oil changes, Nissan Infiniti recommends 10,000 miles between every oil change. I think that's insane to do on a higher compression turbocharged motor in the day and age of now. No. I think we should stick to the regular timetable of changing your oil every 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 to 5,000 miles. But also, we still have a dipstick compared to other auto manufacturers that don't. So if you ever want to know if your oil is getting low, park the car for a little while. Let the car, make sure it's a proper place that is parked that's level, and come back and check the oil. Take a look at it. Make sure that the oil level is not going lower. Period. Okay. But majority of people that I know that have stock and modified cars have not had any engine problems itself. So let's move on to 2. Let's talk about the transmission. This 7-speed transmission has been out for a very long time. They revised it for the 2016 and up Q50 and the 2017 and up Q60, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. We have people who are modifying this car, beating on it, and the transmission is not skipping a beat. But here is the issue that people are not understanding they're running into. When your mileage gets higher, there's oil of transmission oil in that transmission. Nissan Infiniti says it's actually technically unserviceable, which is pretty much BS. They can do a drain and fill. There's actually no dipstick for the transmission, but what you have to do is drop the oil transmission plug, let all the fluid come out, measure that amount of fluid, and then pump that transmission oil right back in. That measures the amount of fluid that came out. This is kind of like a drain and fill, or you can do, some people will do like a transmission flush. It's what you can choose to do, but I haven't heard any horror stories on this happening. But once you do this, you're good to go. So the transmission is taking a lot of power, and it's reliability wise is lasting very long. Plenty, way past 100,000 miles, and keep going. But do your proper maintenance. Cool. Now 3, I'm gonna make this the last part because honestly this is the most important part. Compared to our 3.7 counterparts and our 3.5 hybrid counterparts, And or I would include the 3.0T with this with the discussion is our VR30s come with relatively small, eco-friendly. I don't want to say eco-friendly, but economy type turbos, where they're relatively cheap turbos that are designed poorly from factory. I'm saying in the sense of longevity. When you want to build something, you use better parts so it can last longer. Infiniti had to do cost cut to be able to put these turbos here for a relatively good price. And also, big companies sometimes like to make things not last long past the warranty period so they can make money off of you for the second and third owner. This is what happens. So these turbos are relatively small, and it is known in the Nissan Infiniti community that these turbos will go out at higher mileage. It's not only because they're cheap, but because they spin so fast. Some of them spin between 180,000 RPM per minute up to close to 300,000 RPMs per minute. That is really fast for a small turbo, and with so much heat that goes in and out of it, so much heating cycles, sooner or later the bearing's gonna go bad because it just happens. Some of you guys live in very cold areas, so you have to let the car warm up a certain amount of time to let that oil pretty much lubricate all the moving components. Some of you guys live in 110 to 120 degree weather consistently throughout the year, so your car is always being pushed to its hardest limits. Even when you're just on stock tune or just regularly driving the car, it is always going to be at a more go through more heat cycles. So no matter if you live from extreme cold or extreme hot, these turbos are going to go. It doesn't matter if it's just a Q50, BMW, whatever car has a turbo, at some point, depending on how the manufacturer or Honeywell or Garrett designed these turbos, at a certain time it's going to go out and it has to be changed. So but here's the best part about this, what I would sit there and say is, when these turbos go out, they're relatively cheap to repair. You can get these turbos from Nissan Infiniti themselves for relatively cheap, or you can buy them used on eBay or any other market salvage lots. And there's plenty of places that can actually rebuild these turbos for you for relatively cheap. But there's also aftermarket solutions from RT Tuning. Hopefully they're still out if this video is seen years from now. And Pure Turbo, which also make upgraded turbos too. These turbos are designed to give you actually to run their stock housing, but their turbines are actually upgraded to give you actually more CFM of air. Pretty much more air, which gives you more boost. And or if you have more boost, guess what that means? You have more power. And those units are relatively cheap out there for the guys who are power hungry. So there are options on the market to be able to, if these turbos go bad, that you don't have to run to Infiniti and pay a lot of money. You can just go get the used turbos themselves, or buy them new, or buy the upgraded ones for about the same price, and literally make great power. So outside of that, guys, I don't think any of you guys should be very afraid of purchasing a VR30. Just understand that when you're getting into is, listen, you gotta love the car, and to honestly just look into it. These three things, from the turbos, engine, and transmission, these are the most important things. Transmission, you're a-okay. The engine, you're a-okay. The turbos, the higher the mileage, the more you're pushing, the more you're beating on the car. Understand that's the more amount of life that you're taking out those turbos themselves. There are people who's gonna probably comment below and said, I had this issue, but your issue doesn't represent the masses of people. Okay, your issue unfortunately was either your fault or a manufacturer defect. This stuff happens with anything from cell phones to phone mounts. It is what it is. But outside that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe button with the bell notification. If you want to support me and support the channel, there's a Teespring account below for t-shirts and merch like this. If you guys want to hit me up in my Cash App at boostinmotion, and please add me at boostinmotion and hit me up there. I'm gonna say it in some of these videos. If you have any questions, if you want to ask me there, you have to. If you ask me, I'm only answering them on the weekends. Outside of that, if you want to ask the questions during the week, hit me at my Cash App for a small donation so I could pretty much skip you ahead of the line and answer it that day, same day, and everything like that. But outside of that, guys, you have good morning, good afternoon, good night. Appreciate it, guys. You have a good day. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boosted Motion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.